What's going on, everybody? My name is Paul. Thank you for joining me here at All In Today. So today we're going to be doing an All In movie review. That movie is called Mandy. It's the new Nicolas Cage movie, which hey, wait. Don't turn it off just yet. Give me a chance. So, I know that, Nicolas Cage has had his ups and downs and he's been in a little bit of a rocky patch here lately, but give this one a shot. Just hear me out and let's see if this one should be on your radar. So, let's start off. This movie is based in 1983 and it shows. It very much has, that kind of Stranger Things vibe, the It vibe, the vibe that, hey, we're in the 80s, so we're going to do this very 80s vibe. And that, to me, it's something that I love. It's something that I truly enjoy. 80s horror movies and horror shows are some of my favorite. That's some of my favorite shit. So, but I understand that it might not be for everybody. But I really enjoy what they do about this movie, and what sets it apart is the way that they do it. Some of the way that they use colors and lighting, and just like the whole movie feels like a very weird drug trip, which will make a lot more sense when you watch the movie. But it seems like maybe the director was on drugs, maybe you should be on drugs while you're watching it, and everybody who's in the movie was on drugs as well. But that's a good thing. One of the best things that I can say about it is that at no point was I bored. At no point did I want to look at my phone or anything like that. Normally, I have such a shit attention span that I'll pick up my phone, I'll start thumbing around, and I'll lose the plot of the movie. This movie, I did at the whole 2 hours and 6 minutes, however long it is, I never once picked up my phone. Not one time did I want to, because I couldn't look away. Even before any of the quote-unquote horror or whatever, scary parts, which the movie isn't very scary. It's in the horror genre, but it's not scary. Before the shit hits the fan, I still couldn't look away, just because I love how this movie was shot. The look of the movie, in some regards, kind of reminds me of like the old school, like Lord of the Rings cartoons that was around the 70s, The Last Unicorn, the heavy metal movies. If you've seen those old movies, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see this. There's one striking point where a character is just walking down the road, and the music gets all trippy, and everything is very red. It does some really cool stuff with the colors that, to me, gives it that that hyper 80s vibe. But now, in saying, as you heard me talking about before, the first hour, if you're looking for a movie that's gonna just throw you right into it, that's not what this movie is gonna do. This movie is not gonna be crazy, balls to the walls, Nicolas Cage right out of the bat. But you will get there. I promise. If you can give them the first hour, then that last hour, if that's what you come for, you are going to get it in full force. But I feel like it's selling it short, saying that there's not a lot that happens the first hour. What I like about it is it's not one of these short horror movies that just gets you right into the action, which is great sometimes. But this is a movie that makes you care about the characters. In fact, in some regards, I liked Nicolas Cage in the first hour and kind of didn't like him in the last hour, because he was just he was a good character combined with his wife. I really love the dynamic between Nicolas Cage and his wife. They were two very different people. She came off as a very, kind of hippy dippy, I don't know how to explain, but very hippy dippy woman. Cool, that's what she's into, free love, all that. And she's very quiet and meek. He was a logger, he's out cutting down trees and stuff like that. He works for some logging company. So they are very different in that way, but their dynamic is just really good. They just seem like they really are in love with it, and it made it very believable, which is what you want from a movie. You want to believe in these characters. And halfway in the movie, some stuff is going to happen. It turns into a revenge movie against this cult that is out in the woods with them for some reason, and yet they didn't know it. There's this crazy cult that, does some shit. And I don't want to spoil too much, but if you read the synopsis of the movie or what the movie's about, it's pretty boilerplate what's going to go on. It's a revenge story, but it's the way that they do it. There's so much that I want to say, but there's so much that I don't want to give away. The thing that drew me in as I saw it, and of course the cover of it was pretty cool. And I was like, okay, another revenge movie, Nicolas Cage. He's done 1,000 of these. I've got nothing better to do. Let's look it up. Because, you know, it's October right now. I'm looking for any type of horror movie that comes out. It's new, you know, let's put on something spooky. It's not spooky, but it'll get the job done. So I look it up, and it's got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's either 94 or a 92. I think it's a 94, though. It's got a very, very high reviews. Out of like 100 and something reviews, I could not believe it. I saw this and I was like, a Nicolas Cage movie that did not get a wide release. I think it's coming out on DVD and Blu-ray in October 30th or something like that. It's coming out at the end of the month, I believe. And I don't even know if it's in theaters. But there was just like nobody talking about it. There's no, oh, the new Nicolas Cage movie, and it's got such high reviews. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, put it on. Let's watch this movie and see what it's about. And my God, I'm so happy that I did. Like I said, the first half of the movie, pretty chill. It starts introducing you to the characters. It introduces you to Nicolas Cage, his wife, and they live out in the middle of the woods. So it's really just pretty much them for the most part, until the cult members start getting involved, and then you start learning a little bit about them, and then some crazy Hellraiser shit starts happening, which I did not expect from the movie. There's kind of a, I don't know what you call it, like a fantastical, paranormal side to it, but it ends up being based loosely in reality. It's just really cool what they do. So that's the first half of the movie. The last half is full of creative kills, over-the-top gore, just insanely wild moments that just is like, why are you doing this? At one part, spoiler alert, he just makes an axe. Like all of a sudden he's good at making weapons. So he makes his big battle axe thing to go and have his revenge. I was like, okay. I mean, I don't understand why he's doing this or how he just knows how to make a battle axe, but he's doing it. You know what? I'm along for the ride. And as long as you're setting your expectations right, you know exactly what you're going to get, then I think you're going to have a great time. I know I did. Like I said before, I really did enjoy this movie. And if you give it a shot, I think you will too. So what would I give it? I would probably give Mandy 4 face waterfalls out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's not some of his best, but it's not The Rock, it's not Face Off, you know, it's nothing like that. But it is one of the best things that he has put out in a long time. Like Nick Cage, I hope, is back. I still want the crazy Cage, but I still want a little bit more out of him than just, you know, crazy Cage yelling and, you know, beating people up, which is what this movie was. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you get a chance, give it a shot. But anyways, I've babbled long enough. If you enjoyed the video, click that like button. It means so much to me. It lets me know that I'm on the right track. Drop me a comment down below. Give me a suggestion. What is a horror movie that you're looking forward to, or maybe one of your, you know, old-time favorite horror movies, one that you've seen recently that you'd like to see me talk about, like to see me review. Because I'm looking for any suggestions. You know, we're still early in October. I'm pretty much every night I come home and I'm like, okay, what's a good spooky movie to put on? I know Netflix has a lot of good stuff that's coming out. Some stuff is coming into theaters, or like even just coming on DVD. Give me a suggestion. What are you interested in? What is something that you're like, I don't know if I want to give the time to? Drop a comment down below, let me know, and I'll check it out for you. Also, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know when the new videos goes up and when I go live. But other than that, I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.